I done fucked up!
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fantasy. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here. Welcome back to Changeling. I put Aria away. She's downstairs to use the potty and then hanging out with grandma. So, if anything scary that's gonna be happening, your girl's left alone here right now. And I was properly snuggled into my blanket. So I looked up, when I was pulling up the thumbnail CG art, there's only one slot left for William, so we're nearing the end. So, did your girl get the bad ending? Because usually there will be like a CG art for a bad or a good ending. Usually, not all the time, but let's hope I didn't fuck up. And I was probably snuggled into my blankets. I stood and padded to the door, looking out into the dark hall before I went quietly downstairs to the kitchen. I wasn't really thirsty, but for some reason I felt antsy. Maybe I had just come to associate waking up at night with bad things. I mean, nighttime's pretty spooky. I got a glass from the cabinet and filled it. Taking a sip as I leaned against the counter, I heard Spencer's footsteps on the stairs before I saw him. He stepped into the dim light, eyeing me cautiously. "What are you doing?" I gave him a weary smile. "Don't worry, just getting a glass of water. No sleepwalking or sneaking outside, I promise. Is everything okay?" "Yeah, I think my brain's adjusted itself to waking itself up at weird hours of the night. I'm heading back up soon." "Okay. Can I get a hug, Spencer? I need a hug." He vanished back upstairs again. I dumped the rest of the water out and set the glass in the sink before heading back upstairs. Before going back to bed, I paused to peek out my window. No, fuck that. Oh, it's actually pretty out. Whoa, what's that? The front yard was full of softly glowing lights. They were so beautiful and eerie. Will-o-wisp baby. A cold shiver crept up my spine. Fairy lights, whatever they were, I really didn't want anything to do with them. But pulled my curtains shut and crawled back in bed. I was done with fairy things, at least for now. I closed my eyes thinking back to the first incident with the Spriggan and what Brenna said. We must not look at goblin men, and we must not buy their fruits. I didn't know if Will-o-wisp counted as a goblin men exactly, but maybe if I just didn't look at them, they'd go away. It would be really nice if everything else worked that way too. I can't get William's frothy black sludge mouth image out of my head, and I'm very physically scared. For the first time in a while, I dropped off easily and was soon fast asleep again. Hopefully things would only start getting better from here. Chapter 10, The Storm Breaks. Is this the last chapter? I yawned and rolled over as the last dregs of sleep drained away. It was so nice to just wake up in my bed, like a normal person. I buried my face happily in my pillow before I pulled myself out of bed to get dressed. Ugh, I'm going to have to do something about this hair. I wonder if I could get Spencer to trim it. Then again, I wasn't letting him anywhere near my head with scissors. Even if he didn't hate me anymore, that just seemed like a bad plan. Maybe Allie. Maybe I just tried to set up something at a salon while Mom and Dad were gone. I didn't need anything fancy, just some of the obnoxious length hacked off. I pulled on my clothes and headed downstairs. On the way, I came across a little brownie sitting on the stairs munching on something. I wonder if it had raided the cabinets. That I could still see it definitely indicated I hadn't totally abandoned the paranormal world. It chattered at me as I paused. "Yeah, good morning to you too." Downstairs, Spencer was already in the kitchen making toast. He looked up when I entered, but his expression was a little weird. "What's wrong?" I gave the thing some toast." Aww, that's what it was eating? The brownie. Oh, it was just watching me. I was creeped out and didn't know what to do. Well, it seems happy. It's on the stairs eating. Just think of it like having a really weird pet. Why can't I see it now? Well, maybe it wants you to. Fairies can be seen by anyone, if they want to be. His reaction to it was kind of funny, to be honest. I leaned against the counter and smiled slightly. "So, happy birthday." It's our birthday! He stopped and looked surprised for a moment. Oh, in this route, we get to tell him happy birthday. Unlike in Danny's route where I didn't say shit because our relationship was rocky. He stopped and looked surprised for a moment before that softened into a smile. "Yeah, happy birthday." "Oh, this is so cute." He laughed awkwardly. "I didn't get you anything." I elbowed him playfully as I went to pour myself some coffee. "I didn't get you anything either, so there." Anyway, I got a text from Mom. She said Grandpa's stable, but they'll probably be keeping him for a few days at least. Ugh, yeah. Why'd she text you, not me? She knows I get up before you. Not my fault you're a weird morning person. I am definitely not the weird one here. Need I remind you that what you spent the weekend doing? Hey, that was not my fault. Oh, that reminds me. Are we leaving soon? Yeah, I was planning on it. Okay, give me a sec. I left him there and went back up to my room. Rifling through my nightstand, I found the amulet Willem had given me. I didn't feel like I should keep it anymore. I didn't really need it now that everything was settled, so I should probably give it back to him now. Grabbed my book bag and went quickly back downstairs where Spencer was waiting. For the first time since we got back, I wasn't dreading riding to school together. Uh-oh. My phone rang as soon as we stepped onto the porch, and surprised so was Allie calling. Weird, normally she just texts. Besides, we're supposed to just meet up at school later anyway. Hello? Ichiko, hey, sorry to bug you. Important question though. Have you talked to William today? Yesterday? Or at all recently? No, I haven't. We didn't really see each other much on Sunday, and I didn't text him yesterday at all. Allie sounded worried. What's going on? She was silent for a moment, an indication she didn't really want to tell me. Either that or was thinking how to word some bad news. Did he go missing? Allie, what's going on? William disappeared overnight. Fucking knew it! What? He was supposed to stay in the club until this evening, just to be sure that Drudge had more than enough time to run out of energy. Since it went to ground and the team lost track of it, they just wanted to give him plenty of time before letting him leave. But he's gone now? The barrier is still intact and Guess was keeping an eye on it overnight. There definitely wasn't another attack he left on his own. They were hoping you'd heard from him. Not a word. He was kind of acting a little weird on Sunday. I thought maybe it was just stressed and upset over what happened over the weekend. Can I please tell her about my weird-ass dream? Yeah, I noticed that too. The same, really. Anyway, this is a big deal. He's never just left before. If you hear from him, let us know right away. I definitely will. We hung up and I stood there staring down at my phone, worried. What's going on? William left the club room overnight. No one knows where he is. William, the shy weird guy you're super into? Oh, whoa. Rude. First of all, he's not weird. The one who was hiding there with you over the weekend. Super into? Yeah, I suppose that's one way to describe him. He's gone. Yeah, they're not sure what happened. Where on earth could he have gone? He wouldn't just wander off, but then he had been acting weird. I'm sure they'll find him. Come on, we need to go. He stepped down off the porch, but I didn't follow. I knew Willem was capable of doing his telepathy thing over long distances. That was how he found me, after all. I was sure they'd try reaching out to him in whatever way one did that. But still, I wonder if I could do it. I wonder if he'd respond even if I manage it. With a slight frown, I closed my eyes. William, are you there? I have no idea that's gonna work. I didn't really know how to project thoughts at all. I was basically just standing there thinking really hard. Ichiko? What are you doing? Hush, I'm trying to... I looked away, flushing. Just trying to, reach out mentally or whatever. He raised an eyebrow. Shut up. I thought it wouldn't hurt to try. I mean, he's my friend, and maybe he'd been able to hear me. Spencer did not look remotely convinced. He's a really strong telepath, okay? Ugh, whatever. There was nothing I could do at this point besides just go to school, trying to ignore the way Spencer was smirking at me and the way my face was heating up out of sheer embarrassment for doing something so silly. I stepped off the porch after him. Ichiko? What? I stopped short when I heard that quiet, familiar voice echoing in my head. William? There was a strange sensation of connection, like someone picking up a phone that had been ringing, except, in my head. And then suddenly a flood of images and feelings hit me. I tumbled over under the force. My head felt like it was going to split open. There were images of a place I was vaguely familiar with, an abandoned town being swallowed by the forest, an empty building, feelings of terror, isolation, despair. William, alone, huddled in a corner and scared. Help me. It's here with me. And then I was back, gasping for air with Spencer calling my name frantically. Ichiko, what's wrong? I know where he is. I snatched the keys from Spencer and fled to the car with only one thought. I had to get to him. I had to help him. Holy shit, in this route, I'm the hero. Unlike last route, Danny was the hero. I was barely thinking as I jumped in the car and peeled my way out of our driveway. It didn't even register that Spencer had jumped in right behind me until he spoke. What's going on? I shook him a look. He was clutching the door and dashed, staring ahead, wide eyes as I recklessly veered out of our neighborhood and away from town. I think I got some kind of message from him, from William. Wait, what? You mean that thing you did on the porch worked? He frowned. He looks so unhappy. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yeah. Call Allie for me. Now, put her on speaker. Ugh. Please don't get us killed. Shut up and let me drive. Can you even call this driving? Allie, now. Fine. He yanked his phone out and quickly dialed, switching it to speaker the moment she picked up. Did you hear from him? Yes and no. I think he may have contacted me, physically or whatever. Or I contacted him. I don't know. There was contact. Seriously. Guess I've been trying to reach him all morning with no luck at all. They can't even locate him. There's been complete radio silence this whole time. I think he's in Slaughter. Slaughter? I was seeing images of it, of the buildings there, getting the sense of feeling frightened, alone. You're sure it was William? I mean, who else am I emotionally close to? I can't say Spencer, he's right next to me. And we're just emotionally getting together again. Who else would it be? I tried calling out to him and suddenly got all these images and feelings. I've never experienced anything like that before. I have no idea what else it could be. Okay, sorry. I don't know why he'd be there, but it is kind of a go-to spot for people in the paranormal community. Lots of stuff goes on there. He might not be alone. He said it's here with me. Damn, that doesn't sound good. I know. Is it the black blobby? Is that why his CGR was blobs? Black blobs coming out of his mouth and eyes? I'll let the others know. Just promise me you won't go there. You won't go there. What the fuck do you mean? I'm already going there. Ichiko. Yes, and Violet will be heading that way, okay? Yeah, sure. Ichiko, I'm serious. This is bad, and the agency has a protocol in place specifically for dealing with him. Don't get involved. I got it. Stay away. I understand. See you soon. Right. Spencer hung up silently, but I could practically feel how hard he was side-eyeing me. I know, okay, I know. I won't go. You're not turning around. He asked for help. I can't just ignore that. Allie said that wizard guy would handle it. I'm not going to abandon him. That wizard guy is still going to show up. I'm just going to show up faster. Are you sure this is a good idea? No, I'm not. Can I drive at least? No, shut up and let me focus. Right, shutting up. Such a great birthday. Slaughter was an old mining town outside of Pine Hollow. There wasn't much left, a few ruined buildings half swallowed by moss and ivy, and the remnants of the road still barely scratched out of the patchy grass and ferns. I'd been there once or twice. It was rumored to be haunted, which given what Allie had said earlier, it probably was. After a fashion, you couldn't get there by road, at least not one our car could handle. There was a badly overgrown one through the woods, but the old dirt road most people used only took you so far, then you had to walk. When I finally stopped the car, it was in front of a rickety old bridge, and there was another car there, a pretty fancy one. Did it get here first? I didn't know how Guess or Violet would have arrived before us when we were already on the way by the time I called Allie, but perhaps they'd been closer than we had been? I sat in the car mulling it over silently, trying to decide what to do before finally unbuckling my seatbelt. You're really doing this. I have to know he's okay. Listen, just stay here, okay? I think it's better if I go alone. Are you serious? Yes, I know him. My phone went off, but I don't know what's going on there right now. Just stay here, okay? If you don't see me come out in like maybe, let's say, 30 minutes? Is that too long? I feel like that's too long. Maybe 5 minutes is too short. You don't see me in 15 minutes. Call the cops or something. Just stay here, okay? This is ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Maybe you're ridiculous. Okay, no. I'm more ridiculous right now. I didn't give him the chance to argue. I hopped out of the car and started running, and thankfully he stayed behind. It was a fairly short trip. It had been long since I'd last been to this place, but the paths were still scratched out. It wasn't long before I spotted the first of the old buildings. There was one bigger building up ahead, and that was the one I seen in my vision, for lack of a better word. I slowed to a walk and approached cautiously. There were voices coming from inside. I crept up as silently as I could. The front door was just an open space, having long since either rotted away or been kicked in. Regardless, I peered inside and there was William on the other side of the building. What? Mark? What? Wow, what happened to William? How did Mark know he was... Wait, what's going on? Were they fighting? Oh my god. It wasn't even a proper fight. It was more like William was kicking Mark's butt. I wasn't sure what all I... What? Are you possessed? I don't want to look at his eyes. It's very scary. I wasn't sure what all I missed out on, but by the time my eyes adjusted enough to see what was happening, William was picking Mark up by the throat and throwing him into one of the two pillars in the center of the room. I pressed the back of my hand to my mouth in horror as Mark crumpled to the dirt. William approached him slowly, though. I didn't think that was really William anymore. Stop it! He froze and turned toward me. His expression was strangely blank. His eyes. Oh, it's you again. What are you doing to him? He heard the other one call out a little while ago and came to stop me, so I didn't have a choice. That's why I didn't want anyone to know. I knew they'd stop me. I can't let that happen. Who? Who are you? Mark shifted slightly and groaned. I let out a soft sigh of relief. Thank God he's alive. Carefully, I stepped inside the building. The thing was inside William. That was obvious. I didn't know if it was evil or just so completely not human that it couldn't be reasoned with, though I was hoping it was neither of those. I didn't know how it got inside him, but if I could just talk to it, keep it distracted just until the others arrived. William, it's me. I know you're still in there. I know you called me here. I want to talk to you. I came here to talk to you. Please. Something like recognition flickered over his face, then confusion, and then he was back. I knew instantly it was him. Do you have someone else inside of you like I did? Horror flashed over his face as he looked down at Mark. He backed away, whimpering as he gripped his head. But stay away, please. You shouldn't have come. I came because you said you needed help. It's inside me, getting stronger, siphoning off more and more of itself in the mines, pulling it all inside me bit by bit. Oh, the little evil jerk in the mines? How? How did this get inside you? You were in the club the whole... No, not the whole time. After that attack, he left the club to find me. Oh, my God. I done fucked up. I done fucked up. If I didn't fuck up in this game, I fucked up in 7th Scarlet, which I already did that. Sorry, I'm gonna save too, by the way, because I'm over time. Motherfucker. Why am I such fuck up in this fucking game? In all the games. Motherfucker. I'm gonna not cry. I'm gonna try not to cry. But this is where I'm gonna end the episode off. Because I have a feeling I'm gonna cry. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
touch it, touch it, touch it.